All right. Looks like we've gotten past the technical difficulties. Welcome in, everyone. We are actually just right in the near beginning of a spoiler log open seed for Link to Past randomizer here for SGL Online. This is a losers bracket round 2, which means it is an elimination match between Jesse, radicalsniper99, and Faker Jr. Should actually be quite the exciting time. I'm here joined by the wonderful and Faker Jr. teammate, the hoverer Mufte. Hello, how's it going?
Yeah, that's right. Faker is my teammate, and I might be a little bit biased here when I'm watching. But yeah, hello everyone.
Yes, hello. And of course, we are always joined by the wonderful tracker who has been doing all of the hard work while we've just kind of been sitting here, island, kind of watching all the popcorn happen. Lady Laura Linda's been keeping everything up to date for us. So thank you so much. And yeah, actually, I think as you mentioned before, Mufte, right? We've got some pretty drastically different routes actually coming from Jesse and Faker Jr. We actually already see Faker Jr. on blind. Very nice, pretty on script fight there. 4 hearts, Master Sword, I think, maybe. And Jesse, I think it looks like we have Dark World access, but we're not quite in Dark World yet.
Yeah, and Faker did opt to rush to Thief's Town because the boots are in Thief's Town, so obviously you're gonna rush Thief's Town, right?
That's right. Yeah. Well, of course. So one thing I have learned about spoiler, if it's open spoiler by yourself, if it's pilot spoiler, you rush boots. Okay. Like even if you don't win like the actual race itself, you always win the postmortem. So there is like it's always a win-win situation, right? You just can't go wrong by rushing boots. And especially, with Faker Jr., like his execution, super strong, right?
Mm-hmm.
He has an incredibly strong, scary NMG time, right? Obviously knows a lot of good things about the boots, and it turns out, did you know that the boots actually lock things like the hook shot? So we're gonna definitely need those things to maybe especially if you need them, you want to get them on the sooner side.
Yeah, you can't really ever. I mean, there are cases where you can go wrong with rushing boots, I guess.
No, Mufte, what do you're on Team Hover. How could you be on this team if you don't have boots?
You're right, yeah.
Speaking of, yeah, so actually, rather, I completely, so I only kind of peeked at some of these things, but actually Faker Jr. is reminding, at least me, that, yeah, because the boots actually lock a lot of things here, right? We've got Hookshot out of Kingston, we got Flippers out of Bonk Rocks, and so Shady's kind of mentioning, the seed is hilarious is a great word for it. We are gonna get as much content I think as possible out of this seed for spoiler. I do also see that Jesse, while he does run NMG as well, he's opting to use the fire rod and sword spins, but he's got this great arrow, bow and arrow, just waiting to be used on the white spot. I don't know why.
Yeah, the bow is a weapon for Lamo, but the fire rod is obviously faster, and if you use the bow, it can lead to less a lower finishing times, which may lead to a tie.
Okay, the other solution is just to get better at there's always room for improvement. Okay, get good. Is that what the term that these kids are using these days?
Yeah.
But no, I mean, no, did Jesse, I think Jesse, I can't even remember how much magic he went in, but yeah, obviously Fire Rod, Ice Rod, probably Fire Rod's the one that people are probably more familiar with, but juicy amount of damage. Sword spins are also very good. But yeah, we actually did see that Lamos, of course, does have the mirror, which, again, we see Swamp as a crystal, so we definitely need that. In addition, you saw Jesse picking up the pendant from Desert, which, it's not even the green one, so this should give you an indication as to, we might need to go to the Lost Woods, all the way in the back at some point.
Yeah, and he also grabbed the book from Ice Palace without clearing Ice Palace pendant, so...
Yeah, speaking of, so this is where Faker Jr. is as well. Yeah, so presumably he's going to do the same thing, just grab the book out of Compass chest. Yeah, but this is actually kind of, again, so we didn't get to see the first 8 minutes live, but, as we can kind of see, Faker Jr., he already went to Thieves Town with the boots, right? And the boots are actually here in Thieves Town, which Jesse will get them momentarily, but, Faker Jr. kind of made almost a specific trip to get the boots, versus Jesse.
Yeah.
Looks like he's trying to kind of do everything in one path, right? So we'll see what ends up happening.
I mean, Faker did also grab the blue bale from the brewery, but yeah, with such low amounts of hearts and stuff, Steve Zone is not free, definitely not free. And he also paid a little bit of a price because he died once in Thief Zone.
That's true. That's true.
God Pixel Hellway. I don't know how.
Yeah,
the official name.
it is the Hellway. That's right, because it is. So there is the actual Hellway, which is Thieves Town, and then there's the harmless one in Pod, which, you know, there are 3 spikes in there, and you can get hurt. But it's somehow, I don't know how it ended up getting that moniker, but I guess then maybe someone who runs more NMG knows better.
Yeah, but by getting the boots early, Faker obviously saved a lot of time on the way to Fake Flipper for Ice Palace. Also, the way to Desert is way quicker.
Yeah, that's definitely true, right? And especially, you know, as you mentioned before, like kind of like so getting the boots as a let's just say a one-off, right? At the very beginning, right? It is basically an investment, right? And the earlier you do it, like the more dividends you'll pay off later. And yeah, as you mentioned, right? So even though it does take a long time to walk to Thieves Town from Sank, getting the portal and all that stuff, right? But think about, we got to run to Desert, right? That's a boatload of time save. We got to Big Flipper to Ice Palace. It's also a boatload of time save, considering, the boots lock flippers, right? And so, like, you're walking, you don't really have, like, a good way to sell a Big Flipper either, It's just, you definitely got, like, a lot of, like, immediate investment back already, and let alone, you've got the hook shot now, you've got the rest of the execution for the rooms that you're all used to with boots, so very, very nice.
Yeah, I think I would definitely rush the boots as well here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And again, you just can't go wrong,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's see, in this case, as I did mention, Faker Jr. has incredibly impressive NMG time. He is. So I actually didn't check to see where the lamp was. Normally, when I search for fire, I search a fire rod first, and then if I see it somewhere accessible, I stop looking for the lamp, which may not be always a good habit, but I didn't actually see in this case where the lamp was.
The lamp is in a great spot.
Oh, where's the lamp?
The lamp is in the big key chest in Swamp.
Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna see a lot of dark rooms today. Do not panic
so
about about checking your connections. Alright, see that Faker Jr. also opted to not ruin his very nice 4 bombs and 20 arrow count. And so we have to opt to, sacrifice the extra refill frames on the end for using the fire rod. But yeah, we're picking up pendants left and right. And crystals. But we knew we need the crystals, but in this case we also kind of need the pendants too. Yeah, and in this case, well, let's see, right? So Faker Jr.'s finished up Desert, and he has, and then on the other side, like Jesse just finished up Thieves Town. So we're kind of, sort of like even-ish, I guess, in terms of just actual like dungeon progression.
Yeah, I think so too. Faker also grabs his Tempered here, both on Tempered now, and I'm curious to see if Faker goes all the way to the Moth. I think doing it later might be faster. Yeah, because you have to go here at you have to get the flute anyway at some point, so you're gonna have another trip here anyway, which is unavoidable.
Yeah, that's true. And the fact that Faker is kind of like on his way south, to South Dark World. Yeah, so most notably right now, kind of looking at our island layout, Jesse's pretty much catching up right now, like with hookshot, getting the flippers as well. Faker Jr. is getting this little bit of extra new content. Yeah, we are now looking for our primary, like our next major primary item, which we had to go get the book out of Ice Palace in order to go to Desert in order to get the mirror off of Landmos, to finally come here to Bombo's tablet. What a trek. So, Mufte, remind me if you like to play the sea by yourself without a spoiler log.
Yeah, I was just about to mention that this would have been a rough one. You had to get the book out of Ice Palace. Luckily, it's the first chest, but still.
Yeah.
It's always a nightmare to dip Ice Palace for the hammer, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Right. I mean, so I will say, even though we did kind of miss the early like Light World portion, but it was, for what it's worth, fairly comfy. You know, we got a sword in Link's house. We got another sword right next to the glove in Saha. So we were already, and the Pearl, of course, was just in, you know, like secret passage front of these. So we got Dark World, you know, Myth's access pretty early. Also pretty comfortable as well. However, though, if you ever played Myth's Dark World access seeds, you know, for open, you are usually not happy making decisions as to if you want to go into where you're going to look your hammer. You know, first Just Swamp. Pod, Ice Palace, you know, these are all really terrible locations, you know. One, it's like, of course, you can't finish the dungeon, but also, two, you have to get to these places, you know? And especially for, like, something like Pod, you're running, or walking, for that matter, all the way from Village of Outcast, and it's not a good time. Okay, but I do see that both Jesse and Faker Jr. is in Swamp. So Jesse kind of played a little bit of catch up earlier and gotten his hook shot, gotten his flippers from King's and Bogcrocs, and Jesse hasn't have a Bumble's tablet yet, so that guess that's her hammer. But you know what? Thanks to Specky Clip, we don't need the hammer before Swamp.
Yeah, well, I was wondering how he caught up so fast, because I was like, okay, he's like a minute behind, and suddenly they're both in Swamp. But I just noticed that Radical Sniper also had a nice portal on the flute statue in front of Thiefstone, so he didn't need to go lift the rock again. I didn't quite catch what he did there or how he did it.
He might have actually just ran, I think. Yeah, I think he maybe did like the Northlight World stuff. You're right, I also didn't quite catch it, but I think he went back into his portal and then just ran all the way down south. There's not really, we don't have a. We got 50 rupees on Faker Jr.'s side. I don't know if that was intentional. We might need pod money. I didn't actually check to see where money was. Yeah, but coming into this the Argus fight, so Faker Jr. While he does have blue mail, I mean that's gonna be like a very strong safety. We're also picking up 50 rupees on Jesse's side as well. See, Faker Jr., I thought maybe he needs pod money. I don't know. I mean, I didn't actually check and see if anything was on Zora or anything like that, but like, I'm wondering in this case if the 50 rupees is just like a good luck charm or something, or we actually need this money. Oh yeah, but I was gonna say, so like Faker Jr., if he does have like you know, like if he has a bad zero cycle or like kind of a bad pattern for Argus, he actually can be a little bit of a danger, but the boom mail should offset some of that. Jesse can have like other things that can do like hook slash thing, which is great. Argus, I Puff does 2 hearts of damage, so it's just like a little. But the fact he has 5 hearts is actually super comfortable, as opposed to like only 4.
Also, if you don't go for that quick strat, you're a lot safer, I think.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm talking about 5. Did I say 5 hearts? I meant 6.
Oh.
Jesse, yeah, I mean, I think so. This is also something that I've also noticed people, you know, maybe with a little bit more comfort, you know, in Spoiler Log, especially if you can pick up some heart pieces and try to get yourself that extra heart container from the 4 pieces. It can make a huge difference between going from like 3 to 4 hearts or like 4 to 5 hearts. I mean, it's very, very good.
So Faker is moving to Pod now, but he does not have the money, like you mentioned. Maybe Eastern has some? Maybe he's doing Eastern first?
Oh, okay. That's actually a very good point. Yes,
well, the
you're
Eastern
right.
actually does have 50 rupees, yeah.
Oh, okay. I was actually thinking maybe Eastern. There's also like the 90 rupees in the back of Eastern, like in the like the room before, like in the Dark Igor. But it looks like Faker's gonna do Eastern first for the money. I'm actually kind of curious now to see where Jesse got his money. It might have just been somewhere around.
He has a lot more, yeah.
Yeah, but this is actually like the fact that Jesse, not only when he has money, it's gonna save him a little bit of time over Faker Jr., but also because like he can just do pod right immediately, and then but Faker Jr., even though he's gonna have money, he's already sacrificed 2 mirror transitions, plus he has to go back and get Kiki, right? So it's just like a little bit of, you know, extra time, but you know, again, like and like a little bit of extra time can be non-trivial in spoiler seeds.
Did Jesse save and quit from Swamp?
He saved and quit from Bobo's tablet. Yeah, and then
oh, okay, that makes sense, I think, yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe from Swamp you're probably supposed to run
Yeah.
Like there, and it's a pod, but yeah, but with Rumbo's tablet, you gotta go all the way back to the portal, and then you gotta run all the way back, and then it's really bad. Oh, Lady Laura Linda telling us that Jesse, he went to the well for bombs and rupees. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Oh no, good, the key. Okay. By the way, did you say that you said that there's 50 rupees on Armos, right? Is that?
Yes.
Okay, good. I was like, there's only one check left in Eastern, and if it's not 50 rupees on Armos, then we will be having a bad time.
I mean, I'm just checking. The well had 1 rupee, so that's not where the money came from.
I see. Maybe he farmed the well like 10 times. Okay, yeah, looks like I think you even got a little bit of extra rupee drop from the Igors. Okay, we're gonna have the most cheerful of fights. Very well done. Yeah, crystal number 2. We don't necessarily keep track of the crystals or in pendants necessarily. Just, spoiler alert, in a spoiler log seed, we are going to get every dungeon. I don't think we need Aga. At least I didn't see anything that led to an Aga seed, but yes, it is going to be a SG chat favorite type of seed, which is we are going to go and pull pedestal. So every single one of those dungeons on the bottom row of your screen, we are going to go complete.
Yes. All right, and yeah, both players pretty much. Yeah. No one is really ahead, I would say, at this point. Maybe Faker slightly, but he also had to go back for Kiki since he didn't have money, so that's again a little bit of time.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. So like again, like people, so Jesse and Faker had, as you mentioned, like very, very different light world and to some extent like early dark world routes as well. And the fact that they're both kind of converged here, on pod. Yeah, as you said, it's pretty even. Maybe Faker has. I guess we could see what happens after Jesse finishes Eastern and then Faker finishes pod. Like I would still imagine, there's maybe like let's say like 30-second-ish margin, for one runner versus the other. But kind of in spoiler, and especially for we're only in mid game. Doesn't mean that much, because again, spoiler is very volatile. You kind of see this case, even though Faker is, he does a blue mail, but he's only on 4 hearts, so he's not like nobody in spoiler is ever comfortable. Jesse has 7 hearts.
Yeah, there was another one on the boss.
Oh my gosh, this is too comfortable. Is this even spoiler for these guys?
Yeah, and Faker even has blue mail. So he's gonna be on 5 hearts blue mail. That's already enough to feel comfy, almost.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good. I would say, armor is one of the best like defensive investments you can make, and the fact that we, went to Thieves Town and Brewery is like pretty close. It's probably worth it for you, especially early. So it looks like maybe Jesse won't go pick it up if he has like 7 hearts right now. Then he also probably would feel okay.
I mean, maybe the other armor is somewhere on the way, like really on the way, maybe. And yeah, I mean, I just checked.
Is it really on the way?
I mean, not really.
Not on the way. Okay. How much further are we going out of our way?
I mean, we're probably gonna get it before GT.
Okay. Oh, well, okay. That's not nothing.
I mean, the climb, the GT climb, in my opinion, is the part where you need armor the most. I would say it's the most dangerous part most of the time, for me at least.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. I mean, there's a reason why it's like the GC, it's like the last dungeon that you have to go do before the end game, or like the final boss. It's incredibly like there's the gauntlet, there's everything past the gauntlet, there's everywhere you can fall off, there's everywhere you can take damage from, and part of your resources that you have to your disposal is health. And for stuff like, you know, early light world dungeons, like even though, you know, we are kind of here, you know, with a good amount of health, you know, especially for us, so we aren't in any danger of dying. I will say that keep in mind, even for the dark room sometimes, like the one that you have to go get the key for, if you don't have a fire rod, you don't have a light source, it actually can get pretty dangerous, even for the most experienced players.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so Faker ended up finishing pod, and then so it looks like we're kind of almost like one Ice Palace trip, you know, into, like, ahead, basically, for Jesse.
28:30 is when Faker entered Ice Palace.
Okay, it's a good metric.
If Radical Sniper does the same, we could compare the time, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm assuming he will. Oh yeah, I was talking about earlier how Faker. I was wondering if he would go to Skullwoods, but obviously you shouldn't do Skullwoods yet because you need to pull the pedestal.
That's true.
Combining those two things is optimal, of course.
Yeah, no, that's a very good point, and that's actually sometimes that especially if it's a known pedestal seed, the fact you have spoiler, whether again, you know, it's open versus pilot versus whatever, right? Like if you can somehow get all your pendant dungeons and then combine that with Skullwoods, you save yourself a trip into the pedestal or Skullwoods for that matter, right? Because you can just be here, and it's I mean that's non-trivial. It's like a whole minute basically, minute and change, you know, to basically pull the pedestal by itself. So it's quite nice. Did you pay attention, by the way, to see when Jesse entered Ice Palace? Because I meant to look at that.
Oh, no, I didn't.
Well, okay, I mean, it's kind of like, you know, 50 seconds, maybe 45, something like that. That's what it seems like.
Yeah, well, I was checking if not activating the switch would be faster in Ice Palace. Because the big key is in the Freezor chest.
Big key is Freezer. Where's the small key?
Where's
a small key? Is it on the way?
Big chest.
Like big chest?
And boss. Big chest and boss.
Big chest and that doesn't sound like it'll help you.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
Yeah, I know that like from vanilla preset, if the keys were in their vanilla locations, like you don't need to hit the switch because you can just grab the keys. But I don't. But it sounds like the big key, like the big key and small key, aren't early enough. But it should be okay.
I agree.
All right. Okay. A little bit of a mini cold stare party for Faker Jr., but he cleans it up quite nicely. You know, again, this is one of those things. Oh no, Jesse. We love Ice Palace. Is this enough for Ice Palace? This is never enough for Ice Palace. Yeah, we also can see, by the way, that to answer your question in chat, there is something on the pedestal. Faker Jr. is on his way already, immediately there. We're gonna do Skullwoods, and then we're gonna go pull pedestal, and then we're also basically seeing, by the way, all of these saving quits from Radical Sniper and Faker Jr. Unfortunately, while we do see that Meyer is a crystal, we are not getting the flute for quite some time, unfortunately. So this is another, I think, challenge for routers or like pilots, you know, depending on, you know, because you don't have a flute to kind of get you to one of the 8 nice fixed spot locations, right? And if you end up forgetting something, you're like, oh yeah, I'll just flute back to 5. I'll just flute back to 7, you know? And then it's like a only, you know, I don't know, like a 6 to 10 second probably, you know, cost, right? Basically trying to convert some mistakes. But, you know, if you end up having an inefficient overworld route because you don't have the flute, you get punished a lot more because just your mistakes are much more exacerbated. So it's very important, actually, for fluteless routing, you know, especially for spoiler, you can just bleed so much time.
Okay, maybe we can compare the time now.
Okay, alright, okay, sounds good. Okay, I see 32, 35, entering the door.
When you enter this door. Surely we're gonna remember.
Surely, yes. Did you happen to check where if we're gonna get silvers today?
I actually didn't. Let me check. It does not look like it.
Okay, we are not okay. Okay, well, you know what? We got some pretty comfortable equipment. You know, tempered sword, silverless. Always seems, you know, like one. This is pretty much like the, I would say, comfy loadout. I mean, you're never gonna complain about silvers for having them, but like, you know, this is what we think is, you know, it's pretty good. Nice, very nice recovery fight here, or poke from Faker Jr. You know, again, Mothula is always really scary on any amount of health, especially only 5 hearts.
Yeah, especially if you have like 10 hearts, you're gonna play super aggressive in the beginning, and then you take like 2-3 hits, and then you suddenly realize, oh wait,
That's right. Yeah.
I need to actually be careful. And we didn't check the time again, by the way.
Oh, yes. Okay. You know what? We'll check right here. Okay, we 3350 is when Faker Jr. has made it to Light World.
And the madman pulls the pet blind.
That's right. Imagine. Okay. By the way, okay. Officially, if you have all 3 pendants, you are supposed to pull the pedestal. Okay. Like you don't. You're not supposed to be reading. All right. All right. Jesse though, is gonna take some poke dashes immediately. He does not have blue mail. So, as opposed to Faker Jr., he does have health on his side. So, but very, very well done on Jesse's side. Conveyor did not seem the most friendly.
Yeah. The beginning was super good. And then the last it just was a little unfortunate.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you can't, you know, you can't control these things. Yeah, and most notably, as you mentioned right before, like you know, you can be very aggressive at the beginning, and then but like at the very end, then if you still have this moth still isn't dead yet, you're definitely taking like 2-3 hits. You need to be a little bit safer. Like we also don't have any bottles as well. You know, no bottles, no cape, no burna, like no half magic. You know, we're just kind of flying. I did also stop. I keep missing Jesse's time. Thank you, Lady Laura Linda. She is better than all of us. Oh. So, is this actually our first time on the mountain?
It is.
Amazing.
It actually is, yeah.
Oh, how about that? You know, it didn't even occur to me that we hadn't even been up here, as you know, Faker Jr. basically was just rescuing the old man for like the very first time. I mean, yeah, normally, like if you're playing the seed by yourself, right, without a spoiler log, right? You probably were up the mountain like super early, you know. You got a glove pretty early. I guess you didn't have food or lamp for a while, so maybe you weren't as incentivized, but still, like. You would still go up, right? You know, eventually after finding, you know, boots and like hook shot and all this stuff. But it just turns out, I think the mountain's gonna be empty if we're here so late.
I mean, you're gonna have mid super early in the seed.
Yeah.
And the pearl was also super free. Oh, actually, some people don't go to the uncle.
Oh, you're right. But I guess for what it's worth, like especially for if you're going to last locate something, you should last locate it in Light World, and like you can't go anywhere without the pearl, right? In Dark World.
Yeah.
So even if people don't like to check escape, which is fine, you know, you'll get fun on there immediately or eventually. And then there's also the ice rod there. I think it was in like map chest or something. I forgot. It was in front of escape somewhere. So at least we won't have that specific issue for Tridex. Okay, actually looking like it's a little bit of divergence actually from Jesse. Yeah, so we're gonna do Hera first.
Oh, misses the spin speed.
Yeah, we got a little bit.
Wow, that was
really
great.
that was really good. Hera pot. Alright, looks like Faker's actually gonna run out of the roller room. I don't actually know what's faster, to mirror or to run without the cape.
With the cape, it's like a second faster, I think. If you have half magic, you can just keep it on. You don't even need to have the stopping animation.
Oh,
and
right.
You also get a heart.
True. Very nice chomps there. Oh, was that intentional? I mean, it was a very impressive chomps by Faker Jr., but...
Oh, he forgot the compass chest.
Oh, okay.
He just checked. And that is one thing that I don't like about spoilers. The chain chomp chest is the very first chest on the list, and I don't know why. And that's probably what he saw as well.
Oh, I understand. Oh, I see. That makes a lot more sense. He was like,
yeah.
I don't think he's really been chasing hard pieces. I haven't seen him chase safety for a while, and yet, like... Okay, that totally does make a lot more sense. Okay, not too big of a time loss, and probably only just like a handful of seconds, because you're just going basically doing the conveyor room plus, I guess, like Poke 1 and plus chomps, so it's not going to be too big of a deal. You know, maybe that heart piece that Faker Jr. got in Chomp's chest will ultimately get him that 6th heart, you know?
It might. There's a piece of heart in the GT climb.
Perfect. You know,
maybe.
So, maybe. Okay. I mean, I don't know. I didn't search for powder, and you know, if powder is not like readily available, having a really nice refill right before you know, like in mini Helma room or like pre-Moldrum chest is very nice. You know, before you basically have full health refill going into Ganon and Aga.
Oh, Faker is in trouble, in big trouble.
Oh no. Help.
Very nice.
Really good
to use the switch here to gain invulnerability frames.
Yeah, no, that was very like well played and reacted by Faker Jr. He was going to die.
I know, I would have panicked and died.
Yeah, so that's right. You know, I wonder if that's like a more innate, you know, or you know, skill you eventually just kind of develop playing spoiler. You know, just like you're always on low health and like one hit KO mode all the time. It's like, okay, how do I not die? And it's something that you just kind of get used to, and eventually you you hone.
Radical Sniper just got hit by the laser. That does quite a lot of damage.
Oh yeah, he's on green mail too, right?
Yeah,
so this is just goes to show you that Turtle Rock is an extremely dangerous place. It doesn't actually matter, you know, like even like an NMG run, right?
And yeah, it is it is a dangerous place. Yes.
Yeah, as we're kind of demonstrating, Jesse is in disbelief from how the chomps had treated him. Yeah,
that's unfortunate.
But I guess, did he also forget did he also want the heart piece? Out of curiosity?
Maybe. Faker's on 2 hearts here, by the way, in the dark room, and on one heart now.
1 heart? Oh, is he gonna die? Oh my gosh, dude!
Hookshot saves the day.
Is he in the dark room? Oh no.
This could be really bad. He's going back to the beginning. Okay.
I think this is actually a very good backup plan, because if you get lost in the dark maze without the lamp, especially, I mean, even with the lamp, sometimes it's hard to get through this place and take no damage. Oh my gosh, dude.
I hope he didn't tap the switch again. Okay, he didn't.
We have gone through step 1 out of 10 so far. Faker is taking the safety door. I very much approve of this. By the way, God, dude, did you see Faker? Like, you look at Faker's cam. This guy is like he didn't flinch through the entire time in dark maze. Like this guy is cool as a cucumber. Look at this, holy cow. Okay, there's something. Oh, okay. All right. So we finally got the flute. Oh.
And he goes for Death Warp. I think that was intentional.
Okay, alright, okay. I was actually wondering that, if it was intentional. It's probably I think it's probably correct to do so. I don't know if also Faker or like Jesse like watches, you know, the other person kind of see like where they are. But I think if Faker thinks that he has like a reasonable buffer, you know, over Jesse, then like something like this where if you think you're going to die early, right? Get your health refill. Instead of trying to like go to try next, you fight for like 45 seconds, then you die, and then you gotta do the stuff over again, right? It's just much easier. Just take the investment now.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, Jesse got through the dark room.
Yeah,
a lot
Jesse's
cleaner.
Jesse's trek in the dark was significantly safer, and what you can't see can hurt you. That's the problem in Dark Phase.
But remember, he's on green mail here.
Oh, here he is.
Oh my god, are you really doing this? Oh!
Jesse, wow. This is.
I would never do it this way. Never ever.
You can tell that sometimes that there are some traits of like cross keys players. Like I don't know if Jesse has a necessarily like a trademark, mode,
Yeah.
I guess, attached to his name, like some certain players, but like boostless laser skips is something that you really see cross keys players, are very good at, because you come to laser bridge so often without the boots and like 3 hearts and nothing, and they can still get all 4 chests.
Yeah, but when the laser starts shooting and I don't have my timing, I just go back to the middle and then just reset.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's what I usually see people do.
It just, if you can, whatever you gotta do, reset the room, right? You reset the timing, start over, whatever. Like that's definitely to you. I mean, like to see Jesse basically do that is very impressive.
And yeah, this is the armor upgrade that I said that was on the way. Faker's now on red mail.
Oh, Faker on red mail. Okay, well Faker now can't die. Okay, it's a rule of Rando. If once you're on red mail, it's just not possible to die anymore.
Yeah, and Jesse skipped out on the blue mail in the brewery, and unfortunately it ended up costing him time with the death on chain chomps, I think. But that's a risk you take in spoiler, I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I mean so on the one hand, it's great for spoiler, especially if you're playing solo, right? Is that you can kind of, if assuming you have the time, you can kind of plan out what you think is going to be reasonable for you, right?
Yes.
5 hearts is enough, maybe not. Let me see if I can find a 6th one. I can't.
Yeah.
Well, good luck me. But if you can plan, these things, right? Okay, I think this armor is really helping. On the other hand, right? It's like you can also maybe see like, I'm sure this will be fine, right? And then and as you said, that is the risk you take, and you only have yourself to credit or to retro, post-mortem with.
Oh, Faker. He went to open Meyer and then went back here for a heart.
Maybe
he probably. That's what you mentioned earlier. He probably sees that he's a bit ahead. Can just grab this ferry here.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Maybe he saw that like while he was, opening up Meyer. So runners can still look at the spoiler log anytime, basically after their 15-minute study period. It's just that it's a bit more, awkward to try and search for things while trying to play the game. I think you only have 2 hands available. It's harder to, try to search for stuff, and then also play the game.
Yeah, I don't know how people do it.
Yeah, same.
I see Eri
I know.
He's typing an essay while doing the world record.
Yes. So when I think it was like 2020 regular like spoiler log tournament was going on, so Ari was a participant, and so he would be playing right as like at top level. He would be like watching and listening to the restream, and he would be typing in restream chat.
Yeah.
And you're just like, how, like, are you 3 people? It's like, is this even possible?
Sometimes he types in my chat.
Oh well, yeah.
His stream while he's doing NMG.
Yeah, it's crazy how talented some of these people are, and just how much like multitasking you can. Really, that's actually kind of really nice like micro clip, I guess, on Faker Junior's side. You don't have to necessarily even go through the whole thing. You just kind of poke your way through. That's good.
Yeah, it saves some time if you get it like in a reasonable amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you take like 4 or 5 tries, at this point you could have just gone the normal way.
Yeah, that's also true. All right, more dark rooms. This is, this is again like, right? You mentioned that the.
This is probably why he took the ferry. Now that I think about it.
Oh, because of the Meyer basement.
Yeah, it's really scary in the dark, I think.
I agree with you.
It might be because of that.
Yeah, and the fact that, so even though Faker Jr. does have red mail, the fireballs and like the spikes, they don't care
Yeah.
about what armor you have. So yeah, and like I think I said before, like the fairy in a bottle is actually probably one of the best safeties you never use, just because if you for some reason if you die, right, if you get hit,
Yeah.
right, the fairy's just there to rescue you, and yeah, you take a little bit of like extra death animation time, but that's I don't know, like 9 seconds, as opposed to though, like, you always know that if you do die you can get revived, and so you can just still play normally, right, and still be quite good, as opposed to like even if you have a potion, like you kind of like think that, okay, I can play until this point, I hope I don't get one-two'd, and then I'm bigger. I actually thought he might have been he might use the fairy like on this fight.
Faker actually got the spooky 2 in the dark. Really nicely done.
Oh yeah, that's right, I did see that. He's definitely taking a bit more caution to this fight. Thank you. No! Oh my god,
The fairy would also be really good for GT.
Oh, okay.
So
okay,
you really want to keep it here.
Yes.
And he does.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I do see that maybe we either he used an extra arrow or maybe we only had 7 for Ivy. I didn't actually see the count. Because I'm looking at Jesse's side. He has exactly 9 arrows and he has 5 hearts. So 5 hearts is doable NMG wise. It's no longer doable NMG wise. We're just gonna have just as safe as a fight. But keep in mind that Jesse does have the fairy. Oh.
And he gets lasered. The laser always does 2 hearts of damage.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually matter what armor you have. It always does 2 damage. At least I think so.
It was a little okay. Like it was definitely a higher risk than normal to be in the center of
for sure.
screen when the lightning was going on, but he didn't have to necessarily get hit. Okay, so Jesse's gonna maybe didn't have quite the setup. We're just gonna spin or slash. Oh, you know what? Okay, this is actually pretty good because Jesse, we're going to GT next on Jesse's side. We need arrows for mimics.
Ooh.
What is Faker Jr. going to do? He
Faker
does still have Hera.
Hera, yeah. Maybe.
Are there arrows in Hera?
Check. Nope. No.
Okay.
How's need arrows? Oh. Yeah.
How's Faker's mimic clipping? Are you the clippers yet?
Yes. Also, no arrows in the DM room. Faker is in a little bit of trouble here. I think.
Okay. Telethar pointing out that tier 2 is arrows. I think. Okay, I'm just gonna assume that everybody has tier 2 until proven otherwise. I think we could pull the paw, like when we were up in GT, or like near Turtle Rock.
Yeah, I think he missed that already. He's past that, right?
Yes, he has passed that. I mean, in theory, I think he can go back and get it, but like that's kind of far. But I mean, if he can get past mimics without arrows, like
yeah, Faker can easily mimic clip. He's really good at mimic clipping.
Then get your popcorn out, because we are about to see some GT upstairs GT action.
But I mean, arrows also really help in the climb, I think.
Oh, for sure. Actually, where's the? I guess you know what, we're gonna find out what the GC Vicky is, because Jesse. Actually, this is gonna be pretty close. So after everything that's said and done, Jesse is gonna go into Dark World. Faker Jr. is gonna take his portal, so he does have a little bit of a lead, momentarily, or at least for the time being, over Jesse. But Jesse's got 9 arrows, and let's see how fast. This clip is gonna be for Faker Jr.
Yeah, and also I think Jesse filled his bottles. He just went
did he go to the potion shop?
Potion shop.
Is that what
he did.
Okay, makes sense.
I think he grabbed a blue potion, or probably did grab a blue potion.
Does he? Did you check? Do you see where the bug net happened to be?
Oh no.
I'm just actually wondering if that was accessible because, like, for free. You know, because we have an empty bottle now, especially if we had an empty bottle. Okay, all right, never mind.
It's on the purple chest.
Never mind. Oh, okay, we're not getting a free bug net.
Okay, so maybe.
Thank you.
The bomb group is in the arrow pack. I don't know.
What drops bombs? I think nothing here in GT drops bombs. Like small. So the Stalfos are a part of small variety, I think. So that could be something.
Yeah.
But I don't know if we can. All right, well. All right,
Okay, Faker.
everyone, let's
This
let's
could
look
be
at-
what decides the race.
I mean, we'll see. This is I think Faker Jr. He had a reaction like I'm ready, sort of. Oh no, maybe okay. We need to get to the pegs room first.
Oh, this is gonna be really spicy now.
Oh wow.
The first room is always pretty easy, but the second one, you need to have a specific position, and you. Oh, the
Wow,
really
Faker
nice
Jr.
first room.
Very no,
Oh,
no,
no!
go back, no, no,
Messed
go
us-
back, no. We were so close. The door was almost open. Okay, perfect. We did it. Okay. Okay, now Faker. Okay, dude, this is now Faker Jr. can actually pick up the arrows. Yeah. Oh,
yeah, right.
wow, dude, we are entering GT. Jesse is literally like 1 second ahead of Faker Jr. right now. Amazing, amazing. Okay, Faker Jr.
He messes up the NMG strat here. Oh, wow,
no.
but
But so okay, so Jesse. Okay, so now Faker Jr. is actually okay. He has taken the lead straight back. Okay, and keep in mind, so Faker Jr. He has red mail, as we can kind of see on the screen. He has 5 hearts. 80 has a fairy. Jesse, he has 7 hearts, 6.5 right now. No sword beams, and he has blue mail and no fairy.
nice stealth room.
Yeah, but this is
Oh, wow.
basically.
Faker has the worst RNG, but he does have
Yeah.
sword beams. The one time where sword beams come in handy.
the one time in the entire gauntlet. I agree. Yes. Yeah, Jesse. I mean, sometimes though, I think people actually just purposely take damage.
Yeah.
So they can get rid of them sword beams. Jesse actually have a really nice arrow shot on the Stalfos Knight.
Faker is going for the Sumaria strat.
Oh, good point. You're a good point. Yeah, I forgot Jesse. That's right. You mentioned this like 5 seconds ago. Was Jesse has a blue potion, so
Yeah.
okay, really nice recovery. Spin there on Faker Jr.'s side. Jesse's got this is part of the issue without half magic. Oh, and no silvers. Oh no.
Why are they not using the fire rod?
That's a good question.
Especially with that potion that Jesse bought.
Yeah, I'm wondering if he wants to try and save it for like the Ganon fight, because okay, if you get Torch Glitch, it's not going to be too big of a difference. But like the fact that we don't have Lamp, we don't have half magic, we only have the Fire Rod, and we know we have to do Silverless. It might he might want to try and keep it for them.
Yeah.
I don't know,
Maybe.
but like, yeah.
Yeah, with no lamp, you really need to preserve your magic here. You're right.
Yeah, well, yeah. It's just that the magic pressure is a little bit higher than average. Like, so given like how high like leveled or how skilled both Jesse and Faker Jr. are, like any investment I think for left side small for that lamp is not going to be worth it. I mean, how long does it take? Is it even like the good chest or the better chest of left side small? Like, left side small is probably like a minute and a half. Is like of your time.
Yeah.
It's you have to like really make sure that you absolutely need it in order to, because it's very difficult to make up that kind of time in spoiler. Here we go. Huh?
Oh,
Faker
God, that
Jr. still on the team. Hover. Very nicely done.
Yeah,
For the-
it shows how comfortable he feels when hovering. If he does
Oh
it
yeah, for sure.
under this amount of pressure.
So Faker Jr. He has really, I think, embodied this name. So not only I think
Yeah.
he actually has a clip of himself hovering Moldorm 2 on keyboard. Not only that, he has hovered like in one of his NMG League runs versus Fox. He hovered like, some people only hover the
Oh,
Moldorm
yeah.
2 gap. He hovered from the beginning of the Moldorm 2 arena all the way to the end. He is incredibly comfortable using the shoes.
You'd probably like hover on a banana if it's hooked up as a controller.
Oh yeah.
Hovering on a dance pad, something like
Oh,
that.
dude, you know what? Okay, that should be the new incentive. Okay, like a Dante, and Baker Jr. collaboration. Dante provides the equipment, Baker Jr. does the execution.
Well, Faker is 1 cycle faster here on Aga 2. At least for now, it is 1 cycles? Okay, I do.
Yeah, I think it's 1 cycle. Yeah, Jesse only needed 1. But still, I mean, this is quite good. All right, so we have, yeah. So Faker Jr.'s dropped down into Ganon. This is still, he should be okay. But again, you know, there's kind of like 1 to 2 major hurdles still kind of left. He definitely still needs to get, you know, not die on Ganon, and then they kind of make sure that he knows how to get Torch Glitch with Fire Rod.
Yeah.
If he doesn't, I think that Jesse has a pretty, like, Jesse probably will be in the lead at that point.
I mean, it's like 20 seconds at this point. Maybe a bit more even.
It's still, you know, Faker Jr. is not running away with this, but it's certainly right now his race to lose.
Yeah, he made up the most time on Lambo 2.
Oh yeah,
lost
that's
quite a bit on Lambo 2. And he does get the torch glitch.
That timing, I don't know if that's
was
a
like
normal
a split
timing.
second.
Yeah, but that is, I mean, you know, again, like he is very comfortable. Like he is very impressive energy runner. So I don't really imagine him, you know, having too much issues like missing torch glitch. But I mean, you know, it still can happen. Especially for high pressure situations like this, right? You know, like sometimes people, even in, you know, if you're on on-pace run or something, or you can't really afford the time, you just switch to the lamp to be safe, you know? Jesse? I hope he got it.
That doesn't look like a good position to get it. But maybe he did. Yeah,
Okay.
but it looks like...
Yeah, as we... Okay, Jesse did get it. Good job, good job. Yeah, but that is big
no, he
GG's.
didn't.
No, he didn't get it. Never mind. we were debated. Oh, but yeah, big GG's to Faker Jr. Very, very well done.
Faker Jr.
See, just rush boots, Mupte. Just learn, okay? All right, you can't go wrong.
I wrote it down. Always rush boots.
That's right. Good job. Yes, always rush boots.
Yeah, impressive run by both.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. No, and it was super close, right? So because within what, as we were opening the GT Big Key like door upstairs, we were within 1 second of each other, Jesse and Faker Jr. Right? So yeah, you can kind of actually see just like the comfort level of Faker's, you know, execution for upstairs. Big GG's to Jesse, like played very well. Just, you know, kind of at the end, you know, the difference is a little bit maybe larger than it might appear, just because, you know, again, you miss Torch Glitch, but you're gonna lose some time, you know, on Ganon. All right, well, we are joined by today's victor and Jesse. GG's, guys.
GG's.
GG. GG's.
Yeah. What a wild seed. Instantly saw that it's pet. At least I did when after like 3 minutes I saw that it's a pet seed and I was like, oh boy, and that hammer. Yeah. How did you feel about this seed today? Were you satisfied with your routes?
I would change one thing.
Okay.
I completely missed the Sank bombs and I should have just bailed after Sank bombs. Like that's the difference easy right now. Like 2 things I look at and I'm just like, I shouldn't have done them. I missed the Sank bombs. I could have skipped CAC. And then that TR heart piece in Chomps, I miscounted and thought that was a 4th piece.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I see.
I thought that was piece 4, so that's why I picked it up. It was actually piece 1 of the next heart. I missed when I got the 4th piece earlier, so.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
that's a very unfortunate.
I never would have picked that up if I had checked that. But I remember picking up 3. I didn't remember where I got a 4th. So, like, I thought that was going to be my 8th heart.
So we did see Faker rushing the boots early. Like we saw him pick up the bits, the pearl, and then pretty much went straight to Thieves Town. You didn't do that, Radical Sniper. Do you think your route, like most of the times, rushing boots is probably the right choice. Do you still think that your route was better, or do you think rushing boots might have been the better play here?
It's hard because you could. I don't know. That's
Yeah.
like I looked at the fact that Ice Palace was such a big piece of the seed.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can route that in super early. Like I can get that fire rod, hit Mini Moldrum Cave, get all the money I need for the seed, get bow, and then go get that book, and then I can do thieves down towards desert.
Yeah.
And like, or not even like, maybe I do thieves before desert, but I don't know.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Like I was trying to get thieves into the Bombos tablet more as a piece. So I don't know. That's
Yeah, it's a tough question.
yeah. I mean, looking at what like the result at the end, I don't know which is faster.
Yeah.
Like
It's very hard to tell. You
yeah,
can't
it's
really
so
pinpoint
difficult.
it.
Like
Yeah.
Faker Jr. Like you and I are close enough in like most categories. Like it's hard to say which route then
Mhm.
like run to run even. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I just wanted boots.
You can't go wrong if you rush boots. I'm just saying, you know, like, you know, at the worst case, you just have more time with the boots, you know? It feels better.
Actually, when I started playing, I realized that I don't have bombs for Zaha. So
Oh.
I also checked where bombs, and I saw last second, that there are bombs in Sank. Otherwise, I would have went to farm bombs. I
Yeah.
don't know. Yeah. Ooh. But that T-Rock was so scary. I don't know how I messed that up without the lamp.
Oh
What
yeah,
happened?
in the dark room. He
Yeah.
was on a wild ride in the dark.
Oh no.
He was on one heart and had to dodge the fire bars with his hook shot all the time. But it didn't look
was
like
that
you
at the
were phased
start?
at all.
Or was that like
Oh.
after hitting the switch?
After, yeah.
Oh, because I'm used to the idea that like that first down right, sometimes you just miss it and you get a little off the
Yeah.
rails and you're like, oh no.
Yeah, I had to dodge the fire bar, so I kinda, I don't know what inputs I did, but it was wrong.
Yeah, you guys both had pretty some adventures in Turtle Rock. Yeah, it was your recovery to get I think it was the flute maybe, or was it, I don't know, whatever the last chest was on Laser Bridge for you, Jesse. Like you basically just timed the lasers and then you did
Oh.
like Boost's laser skip. That was also kind of scary.
That was
Yeah.
so scary.
Like right after Chomp's death, and then it's like I had the stream open, so I was like just checking every so often, like, okay. And then I'm thinking, I don't know. And you take that death, and you're just like, that's not the thing you want to see. That's the worst place. Like, and then I'm coming up on Laser Bridge knowing I'm Oko, and I'm like, oh no.
If Baker Jr. was smart enough to take the safety door just in case, and I mean he ended up using it. I think we assume it was for a health refill at the end, but you were also on one heart going on Laser Bridge, so it was a little scary.
Yeah, Faker, was that a death warp on the laser bridge? Or did you fall?
Not really, but
Because it looked like you
Yeah.
fell intentionally.
I was just scared that I die on Laser Bridge. And then I realized, oh, I can do a death warp.
Ah, okay. I see.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, but I don't know if you guys ended up seeing, but basically, like, before right after Mimics 2 in GT, you guys were literally like 1 second, like within each other, like going up. So it was like super close, and then kind of like at the end, looks like Faker Jr. had a little bit like a nicer gauntlet or like climb. I think probably the most amount of time you ended up losing, Jesse, was at Moldrum 2, or no, sorry, at Lamos 2.
Yeah, I was trying to conserve magic because I was like,
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking a lot about it. I was just like, you don't have magic there right now. Not thinking like, okay, here's the pots to get. Like, I probably could have had a few shots to save myself time, and then I just stubborned it. And then Aga 2 was just not worth mentioning. Like, that was those two things you can't do. Like, I need better fights there today, and we didn't.
Yeah, Faker went for the Somaria strat. He instantly got a spin into every landmole. After that, it was a bit of it didn't go so well, but yeah, the start it helped a lot with the Somaria.
Yeah, I had considered the half magic, but I figured like I'll get the potion instead. Oh,
a half magic. Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, fire snakes.
Oh yeah, that's really quick. If you were yeah,
it was on the way. Like, it wasn't terribly far. Like, silvers you can't reason out, but like I could have made an argument for half magic instead of the blue goo.
Yeah, the half magic is just so much comfort. It makes it so much easier in the climb as well. Yeah. Maybe that would have been good. Yeah, who knows? Yeah, Faker, looks like you're up against me or Power to Mario. It depends on who wins the next match. Who would you rather face?
No pressure, no pressure.
I mean, a team duel would be nice.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
But I'm a little scared, to be honest.
Well, you got to win first, Mufti. Versus Power.
That's
Mario,
true. That's true.
Yeah.
But I think this is because it's loser bracket. Jesse, thank you for playing in SG Online. You're also one of the organizers, so thank you so much for.
Right, is the tournament over? Like, am I able to like completely check out now since I'm out?
I believe you're still on the admin side, so but I think for the most part it's been running pretty smoothly.
Yeah, no, I appreciate like I've been saying this when I can. Like, thank you everybody who's been the runners, because you've made my job easier. Thank you volunteers who are like, I ping for stuff and I get people pretty quick, or I bully my friends into doing it. So no, it's made this really easy to run across the board. Like, I hope people have enjoyed the asyncs we did and the live mix. So no, it's been good. And we still got a ways to go, but as long as this process keeps going, I know the last race of winners round 1 went off about 30 minutes ago. Apologies for not be able to get a restream for that one. It only came on the schedule from my side to see it like this morning. So
yeah, I think they scheduled. I mean, at least, I also saw it on the schedule pretty late, but the brackets are moving. So.
Yeah, unfortunately, one of the runners was away for most of the week, or for the last week or so. So it kind of didn't work out. But I know everybody's going to start picking up everybody's going to be able to start scheduling and keep it moving. So, awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. I think with that, Faker Jr., good luck versus either Mufti or Powered Mario. Mufti, good luck against Powered Mario. When are you guys playing? Saturday?
Yes, Saturday.
Okay, Saturday, 9 a.m.
Yes.
It's a little early, I think, to get maybe a restream channel out, but definitely keep your eyes on the schedule for it. So should be a good time. Yeah, best of luck. Hope you got a lot of pointers. I think the first one is don't die. That is a very good tip to keep.
Top of the list.
Yes. All right.
Boots are on top of the list.
Yes. That's right. Search for boots. Get boots. Don't die in the process.
Yeah.
Yes, and Holy Smoke also reminding us that yes, in approximately like 30-ish minutes on SG Prime Speedgaming. There will be Andy versus Telethar. That's also another pretty, great winner's bracket match that should be, high anticipation. Fun fact, Andy actually played Telethar, I think, a couple days ago in Cross Keys. Telethar ended up winning that one, and then I believe it was Andy was hoping that he could face Telethar, so he can't clown as much.
Yes, that was that was the interview on Monday night.
Yeah, it was.
That Andy said
hilarious.
specifically he was looking forward to the rematch.
So yeah, definitely. So yeah, go get some popcorn, go get a drink or something, and then tune. I believe Jesse, actually, you're on commentary for that one.
I am currently one of the comms. I think we're still looking for a second.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, if you're interested in commentating, in a very very exciting match, yeah, feel free. And I believe Jandy B is also tracking for that one, so it should be a really good time. Yeah. All right. Well, and thank you Faker Jr. Thank you Jesse for playing. Again, best of luck. Thank you, Lady Lord Linda, for being a wonderful tracker and basically battling with the SG tech thing. But you did a phenomenal job. Thank you so much for tracking. Muff Day, thank you. I'm really glad you could make this.
Always a pleasure.
Yes, always. All right, yeah. So yeah, go grab a drink, go grab some popcorn, and then tune into SG Prime in about like 20 to 30 minutes.